Don't miss Big Time Wrestling.
Children of Lebanese immigrants. After concealing his age to join the United States Army during World War II, Farhat was recruited by wrestling promoter Bert Ruby of Detroit in 1950. He was a natural. Practicing only 2 to 3 times a week, he quickly learned the ins and outs of the wrestling business. In the 60s and 70s, the Sheik continued to sell out arenas and draw record crowds at Cobo Hall and Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, not to mention the countless other venues in the Midwest. He was to wrestling in his era what Hulk Hogan was to wrestling in the 80s and 90s. He grew extremely popular in Japan and wrestled into the 1990s when he was nearly 70 years old. From the mid-60s on, the Sheik engaged in some of the greatest battles for heavyweight championships the world had ever seen. The Sheik battled in countless matches against the likes of Bobo Brazil, Dick the Bruiser, Johnny Valentine, Mark Lewin, Thunderbolt Patterson, and many more. His hardcore brand of wrestling helped him to retain the U.S. heavyweight title for over 20 years. It also helped him to launch his Big Time Wrestling television program that aired for more than a decade. More than a decade. Today, the tradition of big-time wrestling lives on. The sons of the immortal Sheik have a renewed vigor and have brought big-time wrestling back to the television airwaves. Brothers Eddie Jr. and Tom have teamed up with Big Time Wrestling to create the All-World Wrestling League, more commonly known as the AWWL. Known for its more traditional style of wrestling, the AWWL has made an immediate impact in the wrestling world in the Midwest. In less than a year, the AWWL has already signed deals with WLAJ in Lansing, Michigan, and WWMT in Kalamazoo, Michigan. In only its second ratings period, the AWWL drew big numbers for WLAJ. Airing from 11 to midnight, the show drew 1s and 2s in most major demographics and was immediately pushed to the 7 to 8 p.m. time slot on the same night. Again, it drew 1s and 2s in all demographics across the board, proving to be a show for everyone. And in Kalamazoo, it aired Sunday morning from 11 to noon and did something no other program had done in the history of the station. It drew 1s in all of the station's key demographics. This new brand of big-time wrestling is unlike anything else on television. Unlike its wrestling counterparts, the AWWL's wrestlers have a storyline. The AWWL travels from arena to arena, taping live events for upcoming broadcasts, and even has television tapings at the quality of wrestling and the quality of production go hand in hand. Teaming with an area television station, the AWWL brings a fresh look to the airwaves. unlike that of other local broadcasts that seem to lack quality and vision. With fresh graphics, sound, and a professional look, the AWWL strives to bring the viewer a television experience they won't soon forget. They bring the nostalgia of big-time wrestling back by revisiting classic matches from the 60s and 70s as a way to renew the interest of fans who grew up watching the Sheik in big-time wrestling. As the AWWL passes on the tradition of big-time wrestling, so too do the fans of one generation to another. And with that, we bring to you the All World Wrestling League presents Big Time Wrestling.
Now available from the All World Wrestling League, it's the AWWL Uncensored. Only $19.95. Too violent for TV. You'll see the final confrontation to settle the score between the human highlight reel Sabu and Kevin Sullivan from the final conflict. The AWWL Uncensored. Plus, Road Warrior Hawk's AWWL debut and last match in professional wrestling. You'll also witness the 3 stages of hell, up close and personal, with Big Jake and the Milwaukee Crusher. And you'll see the night Kevin Sullivan busted Chafee wide open. Send check or money order to the All World Wrestling League, 3800 East Grand River, Williamston, Michigan, 48895. Own it today.